Hello. Last one, I promise. Now, this one is a collection update. Like, I haven't bought anything in the last few months. A couple of cassettes, what I'm going to show you. So, the 3 CDs are Father's Day gift. And the cassettes I bought, I don't know, a few weeks ago. They're pretty much like, I think 3 bands. Wait a minute, 4 bands. I got 12 cassettes, but 4 bands. First one up, Aerosmith, Pump. Canadian pressing, I'm going to say, for sure. Yeah, manufactured. It's a Columbia House. Blah, blah, blah. Scarborough, Ontario. Yeah, it's Canadian pressing. Pump. It's in actually great shape. I'm not going to take it out. You guys all have cassettes. You know, the J cards and stuff like that, kind of. Another one. Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation. Another great album. It's got some good stuff. Hangman Jury, Permanent Vacation, the movie. What else is on here? Magic Touch, Ragdoll. Dude Looks Like a Lady. You know, this is when Aerosmith was like the whole 80s, because this came out in 87. This one came out in... When did this one come out? 85? 89. When they were really good was this. This is my favorite era of Aerosmith. Chip Away at the Stone, Mama Kin, Nobody's Fault, Lord of the Thighs, Jailbait, Train Kept a Rollin', and then Aerosmith, so Gems and self-titled. And this one's got Mama Kin, Walk on the Dog, Dream On. This is a great album too. But I happened to have the other 3 Aerosmith albums that I had on cassette. Draw the Line. Now this one's got Draw the Line, which is an awesome song. Critical Mass, Kings and Queens, Rocks, Back in the Saddle. But Back in the Saddle, I want to say, is probably one of my favorite. Rats in the Cellar. Like, this is when Aerosmith was really good. This is early stuff. Pump, Get a Grip, Eat the Rich. It's okay. Yeah, it's not bad for what it was. But the earlier Aerosmith to me were really good. Anyways, I got these these Aerosmith. I got them all from the cassettes. I got them all from the same seller on Facebook Marketplace. He just lived around the corner. I don't know why I'm tongue tied here. He just lived around the corner from me, and like, I think I got them all for like $35 or something like that. Wasn't, but the '80s era Alice Cooper. Hey Stupid. I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of Alice Cooper. Feed My Frankenstein. Hey Stupid. Like, this was 1991. This was the whole, like, I think the glam era. Back when all the glam bands were really popular and big, back in the 80s, early 90s. Alice Cooper, Constrictor. And this one has Teenage Frankenstein, Trick Bag, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this was the, that's right. He's Back, The Man Behind the Mask. This was from Friday the 13th. That's right. And this one was from 86. And then there was Raise Your Fist and Yell. And what was on here? Freedom, Lock Me Up, Give the Radio Back, Prince of Darkness. Now that's when he did for the soundtrack. He was in that movie, Prince of Darkness, as well. Which is funny because Alice Cooper is a Christian and he played in some kind of, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, this is what Kane Roberts was on this one. Even Kip Winger. Oh yeah, Kip Winger played bass for him for a while, didn't he? This one came out in 87. So, yeah, I think in the 80s, Kip Winger did play bass, or he toured with them, or what, I can't remember. Welcome to My Nightmare on cassette. Now, this is a good Alice Cooper. Only Women Bleed, awesome song. Cold Ethel, Devil's Food, Black Widow, great song. This is from 1975. That's cool, Alice Cooper. And then I think I've got this 6 times over, Alice Cooper Greatest Hits. And this one's got all the good ones. I'm 18, Under My Wheels, Elected, School's Out, $1 Billion Babies, Muscle of Love, Be My Lover, No More Mr. Nice Guy. This one came out in 74. Another great, I think I have this on vinyl and CD, and now cassette. White Lion, Big Game. What was on this one? Little Fighter. That was probably the big one that... Oh, and Radar Love. They did a great version of Radar Love from Golden Earring on this. And it's funny, too, because when I was... Everybody likes Golden Earring, or Radar Love. And I didn't realize that song came out in like the early 70s or mid 70s. And then they put it out in 89. Probably never heard of these guys. Seven Mary 3 was in with the bunch. They have a song called Cumbersome, which is really cool. They were kind of like an alternative... I don't know what you would put it up with in the alternative era. This came out in 95. I wouldn't even know who you could compare them to. Not a bad album. I mean, it's not like nothing my favorite or anything, but not a bad album. And then, of course, Saga, In Transit. Now, these guys are free. I put the vinyl on the one day, and I realized... This is why I collect vinyl. Just the sound was just crystal clear. Awesome. Like the cassette's in perfect condition. It looks like it's never been touched or played. Jacket's a little worn because, I mean, they get old. The outer case here, they get thrown around a bit. But that cassette, yeah. So that was the cassettes that I grabbed. I'm running out of room for cassettes. I got to figure out something. Maybe put them up there above my window. I want to put a shelf. These are my Father's Day gifts. My one daughter gave me a gift certificate for Amazon. So, of course, I was on there for 3 days. I want to maximize what I buy because I want to buy stuff that I really want. And then I found these 3 that I wanted to have in my collection for the longest time. Opus Irea. Opus Irea. It means, I just had it in my head. Opus is a work. So in Latin it means work of wrath or work of anger. They're a Christian symphonic black metal on End Time Productions. Now, if you get anything from End Time Productions, you know you're going to get a friggin' awesome release. You are. Because End Time Productions puts out some of the best underground Christian death metal, black metal. Like Extol's been on there. Antester's been on there. These guys, Crimson Moonlight, another band I'll show you, Dalit, I think they're called. Frost Harder, Vake of Andring, Sacrificium, like just all these like Christian Black Death and stuff like this. Just awesome stuff anyways. And this I've been wanting. I heard a song a long time ago. These guys have been around since 2011 and they just put this out in 2024. It's their very first release. Like, just awesome stuff. An album I didn't have that I had to have in my collection was Antester and a Martyrum. They came out. So this band, they started out as Crush Evil. That was the name of the band when they came out. Then they changed their name to Antester. And if anybody is kind of very familiar with black metal at all, there was a label out of the UK called Cacophonous Records, and they would put nothing out but satanic black metal. That's all they did. And of course, Antester, Return of the Black Death, was their very first album. It was very kind of depressive, slow, kind of dirgy, dirty black metal. Like the vocal style, but it was almost like funeral doom. And so anyways, they put this out. So they ended up going to Cacophonous Records and having their album put out. They're the only Christian band to ever be put out on Cacophonous Records. And that's only because they had no freaking clue that they were a Christian band. And when they found out that they were a Christian band, because their lyrics on that album, if I remember correctly, they're not like your typical Christian metal lyrics. They're very depressive, and you have to read them. And once they found out that they were a Christian band, they freaking went nuts. The band, they kicked them off the label. The band had death threats and all this other kind of garbage. It was like things that, controversy and all that, like kind of in the metal world, and that it was pretty. But yeah, so this I believe was their second release, and this is a bit more black metal-ish. Their new stuff, like Omens and I can't remember. I got them right up there, but Omens and the Forsaken, like they're straight up black metal, like Fast and Furious black metal, but like that. And then the last one was a band called Dalit. I think that's what it's called, Dalit. And it's on End Time Productions as well. Cover's okay, if you can read Dalit in the center there. And the album is called Descent. I don't know if it's a full length or if it's just an EP, because it has 6 songs. Limbo, Departure, Descent. Don't know what that word is. The Hand of Phineas, and Request. This came out in 2016. I've seen this before, and I've seen it before. I never heard it, but I knew it was on, again, End Time Productions. You can't go wrong with End Time Productions. So I went on YouTube and I started listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy that. Doomish black metal, if I remember correctly, from their description on Encyclopedia Metallum. Doom / black metal kind of thing. I haven't heard the whole thing yet. I think I heard the one song, Descent. Yeah, that's freaking fantastic. I'm gonna put this on as soon as I stop videoing this. I'm gonna put this on. Anyways, I am going to stop videoing this because I am kind of done. So that is a collection update. And that's all I've bought in the since April. I haven't bought anything else. I'm trying to get my credit cards paid off and get ahead of the game. So I've been watching what I'm spending and listening to what I have. There's some stuff that I've bought that I've never even listened to yet. It's ridiculous. But that's like, you get collecting and you get on this buying frenzy, and you just, you end up, you listen to it once, or you listen to it a couple of songs, or you listen to it on YouTube to see what it's like, to see, that's the sad part of shopping from home. You just scroll and like the good old days when you used to go to the record shop and you'd see something with a freaking skull on it, and it was in the metal section, and you went, this is going to be cool. Or you looked at the album and you saw that it was on like Bonsai Records or Combat, and this is going to be freaking awesome. And you'd get it home and you'd throw it on the turntable and you'd tear up your room with it. Now you just sit there with your phone and you scroll, and I don't know, it's kind of not the same. But anyways, you guys, that's my third video for the day. I'll probably not do one after another 3 months, but I hope you guys check them out. If you guys like, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah, you guys take care. Cheers. See ya.